Congratulations! If you're watching this video, then that means you just brought home a golden retriever boyfriend. This breed of partner is the perfect choice for any girl in need of enough. Fun-loving, obedient, and only a little bit of erectile dysfunction, the golden retriever is the perfect breed to show off to friends and family.
TikTok has created some of the most dreadful ideas, people, and even movements known to man, and today's topic is no different. For some reason, people feel welcome to release personal information that the world would be better off not knowing at all, in hopes to get some brownie points and kudos from random strangers on the internet. In doing so, they expose themselves for the scumbags they really are. Have you ever heard of a golden retriever? If you haven't or aren't familiar with the concept, then you probably are one.
Here we have the typical golden retriever. I got a stick. Nice. He's got a dad bod, a job in finance, blonde hair, and not a single thought in his head. Hey, Trevor, you want to go boogie boarding? Really? Yeah, buddy, it's right over there. There's not a beach for miles.
So at first glance, you might think, well, this is fine. This is just a cute little thing people are doing on TikTok. No, this has devious intent, and I'm going to get straight to it. First of all, if you ever heard this term around your partner, you need to leave the relationship, especially if you're a man, because 100% you're being taken advantage of by that woman. What I'm discussing is power dynamics within a relationship. See, men and women choose their partner based off attraction, personality, simple things that you would notice from a surface level. However, when you go under the surface, that's when you can see people's true intent. The reason why they're staying with you is because of your certain habits and traits that make you passive and docile.
Mommy. Mom. Why are you doing that?
So if you ever wondered why nice guys finish last, more than likely it's because of their passive and docile nature. Women can take advantage of that easily because they know you as a man will do anything you can in order to be in a relationship with this girl. Now, I'm not saying to be to your woman, but just be a normal person. Stop trying to people please. These nice guys tend to be people pleasers and go out of their way to service other people before they would ever service themselves. And people don't respect that, at least when it comes to getting in the way of their benefits from you. It's called nice guy syndrome. It is a behavior pattern where people seek validation and approval by being accommodating and nice to others, even at their own expense. Nice guys finishing last is something that we've all heard of, especially in modern dating, and especially when it comes to this red pill MGTOW movement that's been gracefully taking over the internet in the last 10 to 20 years. I say gracefully because it's not going anywhere. How else did Andrew Tate and other figures like him rise to such fame and success? If it was true idiotic nonsense, no one would listen, only a select few. But you have to mix the medicine with the pudding. You have to mix the truth with obscurity for people to digest it.
Oh, you're recording.
Did that look like a positive interaction to you? Now, maybe I'm biased on this whole situation after doing intense and deep research on it. However, there's a power dynamic here, and it's very obvious. Surface level, you just see a cute video of a boyfriend and girlfriend, and then when you go under, you see a patronizing and condescending video of a woman putting her boyfriend in check for all the girlies to see. And that's why they call it a golden retriever, because I got this mother on a leash. He ain't going nowhere to get another bitch, quote unquote, a female dog, because I got his ass on a leash. He's my bitch. Now, some of you might believe it's not that big of a deal, it's not that deep, but I'll tell you right now, that's why your relationship is in shambles, especially if you're a man and you're being bullied by your wife or girlfriend because you think it's natural and you think that's the way it should work.
She was probably, I'm sorry, can you stop breathing so loud, honey? He's like, breathe quietly. So I consider them sick, anyone sick, for, do you hear yourself breathing? Oh, that's just gross. Does anyone hear him breathing?
I'm sorry for breathing.
Happy wife, happy life is one of the biggest myths and fallacies that has ever been created. A woman shouldn't get her way just because she's a woman. She has to provide value just the same as a man provides value within a relationship.
I really like your body. I really like your body. I really wanna get naughty. I think you're such a hottie. Slow dancing in the park.
When I
see a pretty girl walking down the street, I think two things. One part of me wants to take her out, talk to her, be real nice and sweet and treat her right.
And what the other part of him think?
What her head would look like on a stick.
Yep, in my white tee.
So now I'm pretty sure you have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. It's this weird duality between a nice guy and a bad boy. And it's this weird fetishization of men that women have in this TikTok space. And this constant trigger of, I want what I cannot have. Why they would even expose this is beyond me, but hey, it's 2024 and people are doing whatever the hell they want, so it is what it is. I'm just here to report it. All I'm saying is, it couldn't be me. You're not gonna catch my girl posting me up, embarrassing me for some damn kudo points, brownie points, you go girl. Yeah, that's not happening. And the comments from other women is even more disrespectful and embarrassing. This woman says he went from golden retriever to German shepherd, acknowledging the fact that this man looked, emphasis on looked, like a docile, passive man, but because all of a sudden he changed up his style, all of a sudden now he's more desirable and perceived as more aggressive and more of a bad boy. It's a weird dynamic when you realize it, but men want women who are pristine, well kept, and a nice girly girl, while women on the other hand want men who are rough, rugged, tough, bad boy, and for the streets. Some of y'all really don't want good for yourselves, but when a man wants you to dress a certain type of way, act a certain type of way, don't do this, don't do that, then we have a problem. It's ridiculous. Now that doesn't go for all women, but I would say more than 50%, at least in this modern dating time of promiscuous women and hookup culture. Another girl commented, they grew out of it? No, this is not what I signed up for, although hot. Again, reinforcing the fact that, oh yeah, I want this man on a leash. I want him to do what I say and be domineering over him because he's a passive, docile man. And I would be amiss if I didn't bring up the fact that feminism has something to do with this. Third, fourth wave feminism definitely has something to do with this. Man was always seen above woman, and so now in this new age, women want to be over men, especially when it comes to being in a relationship. They want to make the bread, and they also want their man to be the one sitting at home with the kid. You can say that you want things to be equal between men and women, but I think they are. I don't think there's one right or privilege that a man has that a woman doesn't, but I suppose that's debatable, but it's really not. So here we have an interesting conversation between the creator of the video and another girl asking questions. The first girl says, girl, how long did it take? The creator responded, we've been dating for 4.5 years and this all happened in the last 3 months. Another girl responded, girl, you have patience. And then some other girl responded, same, LOL. I'm sorry, ma'am, but if this all happened within the last 3 months and you've been dating this man for 4.5 years, he's getting ready to leave you. And I wouldn't be surprised because based on this video alone shows how domineering that you are. You're trying to wear the pants in this relationship, and after 4.5 years of this bullshit, your man finally has courage to get up and leave. He understands, I can't be a nice guy. I can't be a golden retriever because my woman's gonna take advantage of that. She's gonna take advantage of my nice qualities and traits. I really doubt this man is staying in this relationship. I'm pretty sure he leveled up and self-improved because he's getting ready to go into the next chapter of his life and he's gonna drop this dead weight.
Oh, look who's finally home. And only, what, 6 minutes late. I thought I was gonna have to send out a search party for you. Nah, I was just thinking I missed that stupid face of yours. Nah, well, you know I hate when you have to go into the office. It's bullshit. I'd rather you work from home, you know? It gets quiet and lonely here. Plus, you know, we get to spend time together. It's nice. Anyway, how was your day? A little hectic? Why? What happened? She said something to you again? God, that girl, I'm so sick of her ass. She's such a little jealous bitch. Anyway, enough about that. Why don't you hop in the shower, because I got a couple of the steaks marinating, and I picked up some potatoes from the guy on the corner. Yeah, I'm going to make them how you like. Plus, I rolled this up a little extracurricular for before dinner, so... yeah, everything should be done by the time you get out. Plus, Wednesday night... no! Vanderpump, bitch! Sandoval's a liar! Sandoval's a liar!
In order for a woman to classify a man as a golden retriever or even know what that term means, she has had to have been involved with a douchebag or F-boy who knew his worth or mentally/emotionally scarred her. For most people in the dating space, if you never dated a player before or never dated somebody who got around, you would never have these experiences of having your guard up, having trust issues. So most of the time, men and women who are in this position have been effed over by somebody before, and that's that's why they want this reassurance and have this domineering perspective within the relationship, because they don't want it to happen again. So to make up for this emotional scarring, she will date someone she knows is passive and won't challenge her, thus purposefully controlling the power dynamics in the relationship where she is at an advantage. I mean, to put it simply, she's looking for someone that's going to play the background. And typically, these types of women will shack up with a golden retriever while they are still healing or getting over a past long-term relationship. So usually, once they get passed on and used from Chad and Tyrone, then they will run to a golden retriever / rebound. And then the cycle goes on again. They really want the bad boy, so then they might go to the bad boy. Eventually, this continues to happen for short-term, long-term, eventually knowing that the nice guy is the one that you should be with, but this is well past the wall, well past their prime. They're already in their 30, 35, and now they're shacking up with a Russell Wilson. Or you have a bunch of leftover women who are in their 40s with no kids, no husband, and now on TikTok crying about it. Regardless, women who get with golden retrievers look for these type of men because they won't challenge them. They won't challenge them on a physical level. They won't challenge them on a financial authority level. They won't challenge them on a popularity or even personality level. And that's what we see time and time again. It's this dominance, this authority and attention that drives them to be with these types of men. And all of this hidden intent comes from a broken heart or bad experience from another man.
So, I just got back from going on one date with this guy who was very golden retriever vibes. And I don't know if that makes sense to anyone, but it's just so nice, so kind. Like, I know if I dated him, he would never break my heart. And tell me why I'm just not into that. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm not lying, guys, when I tell you that I know that if I decided to give this man my whole entire heart, I would never have to worry about anything. But I left that date feeling like it's not enough. And I was a little bored, and it was supposed to be a dinner date. But the second I walked in there, like, the conversation wasn't great. We just weren't hitting it off. And I was like, I'm not even going to try to have dinner because that'll extend this longer than I want it to go. So, yeah, had a couple drinks and left.
Please, for the love of the Lord up above, somebody make this make sense. She tried to justify that first statement by saying, okay, the conversation was dry, we didn't really hit it off. That's all fine and dandy. You be who you want to be. But let's not skip over the part where you say you want to be with a man that can break your heart. That's weird as fuck. And not only that, it just shows how immature you are. You probably shouldn't be dating. You probably need to go see a therapist. Not only that, but ma'am, you look like you're in your 30s. I don't think you have that much time left. You could be one of those women who don't want to have children, and that's fine and dandy. But sooner or later, you're not even gonna have the option to choose. And IVF isn't 100% sure thing. Plus, it costs thousands upon thousands of dollars. You being a so-called influencer and you're giving out a message and advice that shouldn't be taken heed of from anybody, especially young women. You're a terrible role model, and we can see why you don't have kids. We can see why you don't have a man. And I just hope that you don't influence these young women out here that are very impressionable to believe that they have all this time in the world to find a man and have kids. And not only that, to think that being with a douchebag or bad guy is beneficial and a positive thing. This woman's damn near 40 and she's still acting like an immature 18-year-old girl. Come on, when are you going to grow up? Another statement that just perplexed me is when she said, if I gave this man my whole entire heart, I wouldn't have to worry about anything. Then woman, why don't you do that? If this dude is a little nerdy or a little different, it is what it is. Get to know the man. You might like him. You might be taken care of. You might have some kids by him. Who knows? I'm convinced she's so caught up in social media and what other people are doing. She wants an athlete. She probably wants a black dude that she will never settle. But it's going to lead to her own demise.
And now I have a date with this other guy. Completely different vibes. I get player vibes. I get you're pretty, but like, let me put you in your place vibes, which fuck you. But also, there's something wrong with me. But I'm actually really excited for this date because I know I'm gonna have fun. Like, you know when you just have banter with someone and you know without a doubt in your mind that you're gonna have fun? That's gonna be this date. You know how, like, you find all those TikToks and people talk about love differently, and how some people are like, you need to find that love that just, like, brings you ultimate peace, and it's, like, almost boring. Is that for real? Is that for real? Because I'm doing this all wrong. And that just doesn't necessarily really appeal to me. I don't know. Like, who said that?
Yeah, it's certified. This woman needs some therapy, 100%. She'd rather be played by a player than be with a good man who's gonna treat her right. And she said she knows if she gave her heart to this other man, he would do right by her. But instead, she wants to have fun and party with the player. And she's damn near 40 years old. She's probably like 35, acting a fool still. To sum it up in a nutshell, this is exactly why the red pill exists. This is why MGTOW exists. This is why all these men's activists, men's group online anyway, exist. This is how you create a villain origin story for a lot of these men out here. They have experiences with women just like this, and they reject them to go with the bad guy, to go with the rough and tough dude that doesn't really want them to have fun and chill with the player, instead of the nice man who's gonna treat them right and actually take care of them. I mean, just look at her facial expressions when she's speaking about this player. She starts to get nervous, she plays with her hair, she starts biting on her nails, but when she's speaking about the good dude, it's monotone, plain, basic, flat. She doesn't give a damn about him. Not gonna say anything good about him, just that he was a weak little dude who could have done better. Yeah, there's opportunity for me to have his money and he would take care of me, but he's boring. In the end, when it comes to dating, you need to make sure that you and your partner are moving at an equal pace and have mutual interest on where the relationship should go. You both must have a sit-down conversation to explain each other's expectations, beliefs, boundaries, and more to see if this person is the right fit for you. Being open with your partner can destroy any future obstacles that may come your way that could potentially damage the relationship. And if you're not willing or ready to do this, then you shouldn't be dating. Get some therapy first. And no, I don't mean riding the BBC carousel. And if you're promiscuous, well, do what you do, but don't expect understanding or commitment. You chose the lifestyle that you wanted. Let me know what you guys thought about that last video down below, because this is just crazy. You got people thinking up is down and left is right. It's good to be with a player, but it's bad to be with a nice guy because it's just too boring. Wow. Thanks for watching. Till next time, peace.